Hey everybody, if you're joining me from the last part of this course, you should now have the link to the course repository. And so that's going to be at github.com/huskyhacks/pmat-labs. So if you go to that, you will be brought to the course lab repository GitHub page. And after you see this spiffy logo here, you should see a little bit of information about the labs themselves. So let's do a quick lab orientation. We're going to talk a little bit about the structure of the labs, where to go to find different things. I do have to point out, please click on this end user license agreement and please read this warning carefully. The long and short of it is that you're about to partake in labs that have live malware in them. Now, the malware that's written for this course by me has been written to emulate real-world malware characteristics while being as safe as possible, but this repository does include real-life, caught-in-the-wild malware. And you just need to be very careful when you handle this malware at all times. So please do click on this right here. Please click and read the end user license agreement, but also really the warning just kind of summarizes that. So please just read that as well. Now, moving on to the structure of the labs, the main lab repository folder contains all of the different sections which all map to the different videos in the course, and they go in sequential order. And so let's actually scroll up. We'll go into the labs section here, and each of the sections is numbered 0-1, 1-1, 1-2. Generally speaking, they're all numbered in sequential order, and you will take them in the order that they are shown here. And so what you'll do is you'll go into 0-1 during the section that deals with handling and safety, and the sample for use in 0-1 is in a zip password protected folder inside there. Now, in some cases, there are two samples, maybe more, in a single directory, so please just make sure that you're using the correct one. Always refer to each video in the different sections of the course for which sample that you need to work on. So, for example, some of them are used in basic static analysis and used in basic dynamic analysis, so just make sure that you're always working on the one that is being referenced in the video. Now, moving on, there are the challenge binaries in here as well. So the challenge will include the description of the challenge. It will include the questions that you need to answer during the challenge. And if you get stuck, there is an answers directory here, which has a README file written in Markdown that has the answers to these challenge questions here at the bottom. So if you get stuck, you can go to the answers section, but do try to make it through the challenges without viewing the answers first. But if you get stuck, go ahead and check out the answers section. Now, back out on the main page here, we'll scroll down, and in this section, we cover the topics of the course, so go ahead and read those. We have a brief description of the challenges. Now, every sample is zipped and password protected, and the password for all of the samples is infected, all lowercase right there. I also have a reporting template, so for the report section at the end of the course, we'll go ahead and use that, so that's in here as well. And then please do read this blurb on Cosmo to make sure that you understand what's going on with the cosmo.jpg picture in this repository. So you see that I have cosmo.jpg right here, and there he is. His face is quite big. But yeah, go ahead and check that out and just make sure you understand what's going on with that. All right, and that is the lab repository. So again, that's at github.com/huskyhacks/pmat-labs. And this is going to be every single binary, every single sample, every single script, piece of malware that you need for this course will be in this repository. And so to download it, all you would need to do is go to code and download zip. Do make sure you're on the main branch here. There are two branches, but just make sure you're on the main one. And you'll go to code and download zip, and that should download it to your physical host. And then you can drag and drop this into your lab environment, and then all of the samples will be available in your lab environment for you to use. All right, and that wraps up the orientation for the lab, so meet me in the next video.